are seeing?
Being born.
Tell me about that experience.
Opening my eyes, and it's bright, but it's dark outside, but there's candlelight.
Tell me about that experience.
The glory.
Beautiful. The candlelight must be a new thing for you to see.
Yes.
Wonderful. How does that make you feel?
Right now I'm being wrapped in a shawl.
You say you're being wrapped in a shawl?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Feeling comfort.
Well, that's really great. What else do you see?
My parents.
Tell me about them.
They're happy. Relieved.
Yeah.
I guess it was a hard labor.
Well, that's really nice. Did you have a good time being in the womb?
Yes.
Okay. And you're feeling comfort when you come into the world?
Yes, and loved.
Oh, great. Tell me what happens next.
Just bonding. Bonding with my mother.
That must feel nice.
And prayers being said. With gratitude.
Is there anything else happening?
Midwife, sort of midwife, but it's just caring to my mother, people helping, people feeding her bread. Practices of giving her strength. Some oils are being placed on her body.
And what parts of the body?
Third eye.
How long was she in labor?
4 hours.
Oh gosh.
That was her first.
Mm. Oh, that can be difficult. All right. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the birth?
No, it was. It was a special experience,
Hmm.
but not in a ceremonial way.
Was not ceremonial.
No.
Oh.
It it was with, you could say, more with from an energetic perspective that wasn't fully aware at the time.
Hmm. Okay. So it's just a regular day, and she went into labor.
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Are your parents spiritual?
They were, but not like where Mother Mary came from.
Okay.
They were gentle, caring, hardworking, part of the community. They did a lot of, I guess today would say charity work. It was very much helping one another.
Oh, that's nice. I think sometimes you don't really need to um, acknowledge spirit to be spiritual, right? It's just a way of life.
Yes, good. They had good morals, good values, a good sturdy foundation to build my life and my path.
Oh, good.
There was also trust in the community, small groups of people that you could be open with, that were inquisitive, that naturally wanted to have deep, meaningful discussions.
Oh, nice.
Which helped bring my curiosity to light.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. I think we can close this scene and we can move to the next important day, the next important event that's happening in the life of Mary Magdalene. And where are you now, and what do you see?
She's actually helping other women deliver babies, like a midwife doula.
did you get into that work?
I felt guided.
Mm-hmm.
The power of life, bringing life into the world. The experience of labor, the feminine energies. She was there to support and empower in a moment that was special, and she felt sacred. It was a connection to the beginnings of life.
Oh.
The creation of life.
That is a good...
She saw it from a spiritual perspective as well as the physical and emotional, mental experience.
Yeah. Okay. And how's it going? How many babies have you delivered by now?
A few.
Okay.
She was in high demand. She had this comforting energy to her.
Yeah, no doubt. That's really nice. And at such a young age to be requested.
It came naturally. But it also was intriguing to learn. She had a thirst for knowledge.
Okay.
With creation.
Wonderful. And do you have many friends that do this as well, or?
No, not particularly.
Mm-hmm. And how's your social life? What do you do for fun?
It's a regular thing to have like big family gatherings or community gatherings, and they have meals and wine and celebrations and dance. This was just a way of life that they partaked in.
Okay.
Family connections that go back generations.
That's fun. So you get to learn a lot.
Yeah, she would be the one that would be going around and picking up on new interesting topics people were talking about, or new thoughts or ideas. She just absorbed everything.
Nice. Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this scene with the delivering the babies?
No, not really particularly, no.
Okay. We can close this scene now. Moving again to another day, another important day that you want to tell us about. Be there now. Where are you now?
I'm sitting alone under a tree.
Oh, what kind of tree? Or is it a big tree, little tree?
Like a medium tree.
Okay.
Sitting on a rock. And this is where I start to feel more connected to everything around me.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I start to get insights of knowledge and kind of how spirit works, how creation works. I'm looking at my hand and seeing the energy around it, the light shining through from the sun, just looking at things in a deeper, more meaningful way.
Oh, good. Beautiful. That must feel expansive.
Yes, it's an eye-opening experience, an enlightenment experience.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't, like, when you were growing up, did you have any gifts or intuition or anything
I
like
had
that?
intuition. So this wasn't a big leap of something I haven't previously experienced. This was just a moment that it elevated me into more of a teacher role of educating and empowering and enlightenment.
Great.
A supportive person I've always been. This is just taking it and bringing all the pieces together to set out on the path that I was chosen to take.
Okay. And you're alone at the tree?
Yes, and I had a great upbringing and all of the supports that I was needing in that small community. That kind of gave me that confident boost to be able to talk freely among them.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me that balance that I was able to take with me when I was ready to expand the people that I'm able to talk to and reach. Feeling the need to leave home, to adventure out. This is where I kind of come up with that plan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Where do you think you're going to go?
Just starting off small and kind of day trips here and there until I was able to go a little bit further, and I had people supporting me as well. When I was doing this, I had, friends that would come with me. I had people who truly could feel and believe in the teachings that I was teaching. Just trying to expand people's minds beyond what they could physically see. And this moved people, and then I had more of a following who would travel with me, and I felt more secure to go to further places.
Wow. So you must have been pretty good at what you were doing.
Yes, and I also believe I was reaching the people I was meant to reach. So there was some divine intervention.
Like you were guided there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. And what kind of things were you doing when you would go visit people?
Started off with just going to areas and connecting to the people there and really listening to what they had to say, being that support supportive ear, kind of like a therapeutic experience. And then through listening to what they had to say, I was able to put new insights, new perspectives into the way they were dealing with what their problems were, or and a lot of it was they already kind of felt in their soul, so they were really able, my words really spoke to them, and that's how it started, was really connecting to people on an empathic way, and then new information would come forward that really touched people's minds. And then I started writing down the lessons, the knowledge that I was gaining through these interactions. And then it expanded from that through my own intuition as well. So it wasn't just teaching, there was a component of healing.
Yeah.
Through words. Through emotions. And processing them. Having more of an emotional maturity and kind of understanding the purpose of them.
Mm-hmm.
And how it's all connected was the basis of my beginnings of my journey.
Wow. All right. When did you start getting into other practices? And what other practices did you get into from there?
Well, I also went to local preachers and teachers, and went through different experiences with them, and I kind of learned along the way, as well as following what felt right to myself. So I was able to pick up ideas from each of those experiences and kind of start creating my own healing experience through teaching. But it was almost like a release, a surrendering, as well as then I was able then to incorporate our souls and the whole mind, body, soul connection.
Yeah, I can feel it. I feel like you'd be a great person to
and
hang
the
out
power
with.
of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my main one, was the power of the mind.
Reconditioning.
Yeah. Getting rid of limited beliefs, as well as accepting oneself as whole and connected.
Do you think you're getting this information from somewhere else? Like a higher source?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I was feeling it more then, and as I continued to grow, I felt it even stronger.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone that you connected with on the other side? Any beings that you connected with regularly?
There's a lot of spirit guides and angels. I would see spirits a lot in animals.
Oh, nice.
that would come and connect with me. Um, and that was very beautiful, and I was very appreciative of that. And also made connections with people as I continued on, and that was how I did meet Jesus, was through traveling through different communities and kind of like, hearing about him and then eventually going to see him, and then that's where that connection kind of started.
Ooh, tell us about that day.
Or meeting him.
Yeah.
I just was in the crowd. He was traveling through, and I felt very drawn to him. I felt this sense of really needing to listen to every word he had to say. Not just mentally, but feel it emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt it really like in the pit of my stomach. And then that was that. I continued to get to introduce myself. I got to continue to follow with him. And then our bond just grew. And with his knowledge and then my emotional connections, seeing things from an emotional perspective, everything kind of combined well, and we were both able to teach and to heal and work together.
Wonderful. Okay. Is there another day in your life you wanted to tell us about? Guess I kind of jumped forward there, but like how old around were you when you met him?
I would say my late teens, early 20s. It wasn't. And then our connection grew very strongly, very quickly. And we've gone through other channelings. Like we did get married. We did have kids. We did continue the process as it unfolded. Is there anything particular that you would like to know about? There was a lot of writing. I did a lot of writing. I did have my own teachings. And again, it was very from, not that it wasn't intellectual. It was, I really focused more from an emotional, energetic perspective. The powers of your emotions.
Yeah, how do we harness that?
Our powers are, like our emotions are what drives us.
Mm-hmm.
So it was helping people navigate them, understanding them, and being able to control them in a better way, understanding who they are and the powers that they have within themselves. That was my main focus.
And have you ever had like a relationship before you met him?
No.
Okay.
I've had, conversations and possibilities, but not like this, no.
Oh, that's let's just move to another important day. Another important day, being there now. Where are you now and what do you see?
I'm leading my own practices with my own group. This also brings in where I start working more with herbs and oils and incorporating what the earth has to gives to us and what we can give back to the earth and the whole cycle of life and how we fit in that cycle. This is where I started holding more meditation groups, where people were able to have these spiritual healing experiences.
Any crazy stories of healing stories stand out to you? Like miraculous ones or anything?
There is this one person who had tremendous back pain, and like they worked in the fields, they planted, they harvest, that was their life, and developed this back pain because of that. Using energy infused with natural herbs, as well as being able to help him access his own mind and his own ability to heal, he was able to, I wouldn't say be fully healed, but there was a tremendous amount of progress, where he wasn't in that constant state of pain. He was able to access moments of relief.
Oh, great. That's nice.
While he was in this meditative state, he found relief, complete relief, and then eventually that relief followed him when he was not in that meditative state. That was an empowering moment for me, because not from a state of ego, but a state of completion, of happiness, joy. It was fulfilling for myself as well.
Oh, wonderful.
So we saw a lot of people with physical injuries because there was a lot of laborious work.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So we worked with people. I did wraps with herbs, like a paste on the knees, joints, but I combined that with an energy meditative healing at the same time as I was applying these therapeutic topicals. So it's about using all of what we have to use, the physical as well as the mental and the spiritual.
It all works together.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move forward again to another day of importance. Being there now. Where are you now and what do you see?
I am with Jesus. We're married. I'm in labor. Mary, Mother Mary's there. She's taught me more of the feminine connections. She's taught me more of the ability to kind of come out of my body almost.
Mm.
And that made this labor process effortlessly in a way, where I was able to really enjoy the process.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It wasn't like I felt some pain, but I was able to transcend my mind to be able to not identify it as pain.
Right.
And
Wow.
she's really guided me through months and months of years actually of developing that ability.
It took a while.
It took a while. She started with me the moment she met me, and I was really intrigued. And then the birth of our first child was special because I was with child earlier, but there was a miscarriage, and then it took me a little bit longer to become pregnant again.
Mm. Oh. So, you got your new little baby. How's that?
So a baby boy.
Yeah. And what do you name him?
We name him after Jesus.
Oh, wonderful. And how
She also taught me a lot about connecting to the stars.
That must be why I used the star to get you here. Nice.
The whole universe. She really opened up my eyes to the whole universe. I knew what I was feeling. I knew I was connecting to something bigger. I just didn't fully understand it until Mother Mary came in and taught me.
That.
And then I was brought into more of a ceremonial process of enlightenment and connecting to our higher selves and what we were capable of doing.
How did she start to teach you to change the pain?
I have to say, this wasn't done overnight.
Right. Like, what was the beginning?
It was putting my mind into the idea that it was possible and really believing that it could be done. It was also showing me it being done with other people. So there was validation as well. And then just learning through mental exercises. Education. That really, there were ceremonies as well, almost like enlightenment activations.
Right. Wow, what a process. What would be your tip for someone starting that journey now?
Believing that it's even possible. That's the said, we have limitations, and it's really opening up your mind to the possibility, but also believing that you have it in yourself to do so, and then educating yourself and practicing. It takes practice.
That's really cool. So, like, would you practice you'd hurt yourself or something and practice transmuting the pain?
No, it would be just natural things that processing emotions even. It's accessing it through help with when I miscarried. Help me deal with that pain. Because it's not just a physical pain, it's emotional pain, right?
Oh, nice.
So it kind of started more from an emotional perspective, which already resonated with me, which I already felt like I had already begun that work. So it was a little bit easier for me to take it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, natural body pain, I was able to deal with that. The monthly cycles, that I was able to work with as well. Those were always teachable moments for me.
Yeah. I'm going to start this journey.
So no, I didn't actually physically help me, but in the day-to-day life, there's physical pain.
Yeah.
So those were moments where I was able to kind of get into that state of mind.
Okay.
Kind of like tuning it out, but not allowing yourself to not be present.
Right. Oh, tricky.
Yeah, it's
easy to do when you're not thinking about it.
yes, but it can be done. It can be done. And it's believing that you are able to control your mind and achieve those goals.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the birth or what's going on there in that scene?
Just say spiritually protected.
Do you do a ceremony?
They do symbols on his forehead, which I've also had done to myself.
Yes.
Which was all normal. Environment for me at this point. There's a lot of meaning and spiritual support and power behind it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you did the same thing that Mother Mary described herself going through.
Yes, we did do that. I say around the time of my wedding.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Okay. Well, we can close the scene and let's move again to another important day. Be there now. Where are you now and what do you see?
Used to be more of the crucifixion.
Tell me about this day.
It saddened me for the fact of not being able to be physically together. However, I knew that he wasn't experiencing any pain. I knew that our connection was everlasting in a spiritual way. was mostly just experiencing that moment and supporting him from an energetic perspective. I was just sending him energy. We connected, our souls were still connected. Souls will always remain connected.
Yeah.
There was moments I could feel what he could feel. I experienced it through his eyes.
How was that?
It was intense.
Yeah.
But not from a pain perspective. So like I said, he wasn't in pain.
Yeah, I was thinking more like with the crowd and
It was almost like the crowd faded out. Like I didn't see them. They were there, but I didn't see them. It was more of the connection between him and I, and that bond. It's like a spark of light. That was the incredible moments of importance.
So what happens next? Let's fast forward a little bit.
Well, we cared for him as before he comes back.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Again, I used my oils and cared for his physical body, helped heal his wounds, mentally stayed connected to him. And then he eventually came back from a spirit perspective that I was able to physically see and touch.
Wonderful. And what the physical matter changed? His physical body, like flesh, did it change in any way?
Almost like a new level of life had entered him.
Ah, neat.
It's hard to explain. It's more you had to see and feel the difference. It was definitely noticeable. It was it's almost like he carried all of creation and all of what can be, where I can physically see and touch and feel. It was nothing I've ever seen or could ever dream of experiencing.
Wow.
I knew something was going to happen. I just never anticipated it to be this miraculous, this beautiful, this light, this pureness, this overwhelming love. It was like being in heaven, but being here at the same time.
Wow.
Is the best way I can explain it.
Okay. And other people, they felt that as well from him?
Yes.
So what happens next?
So he transcends back to heaven.
Oh. Okay.
He didn't stay with us for long. But I knew I had a new mission.
Yeah. What was the mission now?
Was to what I felt in that moment, to try and express that and share that with others.
How many kids did you guys have?
We had two, but one didn't survive.
You're talking about the miscarriage, or this was another one?
This was another one.
Oh, okay.
So 3 in total if you want to count the miscarriage.
Okay.
Which I do, I would.
Mm-hmm. What did you name the third?
It was, it was for Michael, but it didn't sound like Michael.
Michael or something?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's beautiful. Which one didn't survive?
The one in between.
Oh, Yeshua.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. What happened to him?
An injury that became infected and spread through his bones.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Thank you. It was also his time.
Well, I was going to say,
that's the other thing to remember, that we work within a frame of what's able to be done on an individual basis.
Yeah, with their soul contracts
Yes,
and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, with 2 great healers as parents, it must have been meant to be.
Yes, but we were able to use that healing on ourselves too, and to help him during that transition.
Mm-hmm.
To make that easier for him and all of us.
Right. Oh. All right. Let's move again to another important day. Be there now. What are you doing now?
Well, I had to kind of be kept safe. We relocated. So I went to France. I had a group of individuals that would keep me safe. This is where I did a lot of writing, like journals.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still able to get what I needed to say if I wasn't always able to say it in person. This is where I also was teaching others around me how to teach others.
Oh, nice.
Which is something we've always done,
Mm-hmm.
but it was more needed in these moments if I wasn't physically able to go do it myself.
Who went to France with you?
It was a small group of close family friends. A few few of Jesus's followers as well.
Hmm.
There was a priest in France that helped us. There was a church that we first settled in.
Is it on a mountain?
Yes.
I think I posted a picture of it yesterday.
Yes.
That's the one. Okay. Wonderful.
These were like energy imprints too. Like there's a strong energy that was like imprinted on these locations.
From where?
Hmm?
From where?
Myself.
Oh, okay. You've left a mark.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so you're settling into this church.
Writing.
Where can we, that was one of someone's questions, is like, where can we find your writings today?
Unfortunately, they will not be disclosed at this time. There is pieces of it, but a lot of it doesn't fully exist in full anymore.
Right.
Some of it they just never been able to fully translate or know the origins.
Oh, okay.
Like fragments.
Yeah.
But I'm here in spirit for anyone who wants to communicate, who wants to learn. All they have to do is ask. So the physical teachings, even though I thought were important, and they did play a role back then, the more spiritual connection, energy connection, is more important now.
Okay. So not focusing on a book or a
No,
write up.
You have access to these teachings, to myself, to Jesus, to other ascended masters and spirits who have also ascended and are working with individuals. But we're right here in spirit and energy.
Beautiful. Okay. Let's move forward again. Let's see what you're up to a little bit further in the future. What are you doing now?
This would be closer to my passing and transition. This was a full out-of-body experience for me.
Yeah, tell us about this.
I was not in the physical body at all. So I watched my own passing.
Oh, wow.
And it was just natural illnesses. Nothing, I wasn't murdered or anything like that.
Oh, that's good.
It was natural, it was peaceful.
Nice. Is there people with you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, great.
Close people I was close with.
Did your son come with you over there?
Yes.
Okay, so he's with you?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
And he has a family.
Oh, good.
So they're there. Everyone who is close to me is there. And it was effortlessly. It just flowed.
Nice.
There wasn't no end and new beginning. It was all connected.
Just,
yeah.
Nice. I like that. Oh, and what do they do with your body?
They wrap my body in cloth. There is more of a ceremonial process. Special oils. Oils were really ceremonial and therapeutic back then. They marked an oil on my forehead, on the palms of my hands, on the bottoms of my feet, and actually I was not buried.
Hmm.
I was buried, burnt.
Oh, nice.
On the water.
Oh my, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's so nice. Do you find that
They did make a spot though for me. I want to be clear.
Okay.
That again has my energy, like almost like a burial site.
Is that on the France tours?
Yes.
Okay, so that does hold your energy.
It does hold my energy, but my physical body isn't there.
Okay.
But it isn't like a memorial spot that.
Was this on the ocean or a lake? That you were burnt?
It was a big body of water, but it wasn't the ocean.
Okay. Perfect. In the south of France?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find that you're able to, I guess you were already out of the body.
I was already out of the body.
Oh, wow. Do you think that cremation releases people's spirits quicker than burial?
No.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's just preference. You're still leaving the body.
Yeah.
It's not. No.
Okay.
It's just something that they wanted to do, and I wanted them to do with my body because I felt more energetically free that way.
Yeah, that would be my choice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I'll get that in today's society, but I'll try. Okay. And what else do you want to tell us about that day?
I was already in connection with Jesus the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like, oh, this reunited moment. Because I never lost that connection.
Right.
It was just a different state of being. Like I said, it was very effortlessly, it just flowed. And it wasn't an end and then a beginning. It was like I was already a spirit to begin with. And we are spirits to begin with. We're just in our bodies. It's just, we have access to the spirit world. We have access to that realm to feel that lightness, that freeness. And we can access that in our own minds while we're in our own bodies at the same time. So it was just a transitional state, but natural, and it's like I was already there. And I reconnected more with my higher self.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, was like, do you go to a light? Like, was there a light you entered, or
It wasn't
you just...
necessarily a light, it was just 1 minute I'm there, and next minute I'm there.
Okay. Because a lot of people talk about going to the light after they die.
Yeah, some people have that experience. It's, again, what you think in your mind.
Okay.
And that mind plays an important role.
Right. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that exact story.
No.
Gotcha. Wonderful. So what do you do now? What do you do after that?
And some people actually physically see themselves as a ball of light.
Oh, okay.
So that also does happen.
like go to the light, be the light. Got you. So what happens next after your body's burned? Do they do a ceremony or?
Yeah, they do that with the whole like the burning process before like preparing my body.
Hmm.
They actually had a celebration.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I love a good celebration of life.
Yeah, they had fun.
How old were you?
I was older. I didn't really have an age back then.
Right.
Like I didn't put a number on myself.
Oh, smart.
Because that didn't matter.
Yeah.
I would say it was like my 50s,
Okay.
60s.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, especially for kind of being on the run.
Yeah. Tell me about the people that would keep you safe. Is that a connection with the Knights Templar?
It leads to that, yes.
Okay.
Not in the moment,
Right.
but it does eventually, years and years later, lead to that. And they had more artifacts.
I'm getting chills. What kind of artifacts?
They had my a jar that I would keep my oils in.
Ah, the alabaster jar.
Yes.
Wonderful.
It's looking quite aged now. Those kind of things. They did have some of my teachings, my writings, but it hasn't really withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of my jewelry as well. There's a gem, a ruby.
Oh, I've been drawn to rubies lately. That must be something to do with you. Oh, nice. Okay. And did you wear the ruby?
Oh, I always kept it with me. I always felt a connection to it.
Mm-hmm. Is it a jewelry piece or is it a stone?
It's an actual stone.
Oh, nice.
Kind of keep in my pocket.
Cool. That's really neat. So did they go on to protect your son's family?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And how many kids does he have?
Oh, he had a few.
Oh, fertile fella.
Yes.
Nice. All right. And you stayed right in France.
Yeah.
Did you travel around or anything?
I felt safe there.
Nice.
Not just safe, I felt like that's where I needed to be.
Yeah.
No matter what happened, that's just where I had to be. I didn't really fear death.
Yeah.
I never felt fear of death. Especially after the crucifixion and that experience, I never once. Death was just a process. Another step.
Yeah, I see it as like a ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's actually a blessing.
Yeah. Mount Bugarak. Can you tell me about that mountain?
I did teachings there, but more importantly, this is where people came into their own.
Ah, okay.
So there was a strong energy imprint there of people being able to access their own abilities, intuitions, healing abilities.
My friend Anne, she asks, how can she have the most divine, enlightening, spiritual, powerful, beautiful experience on Mount Bugarak when she goes this spring?
If she can find a spot where she can be by herself, sit there quietly, listen to some sound healing meditation, really get into feeling the earth connection beneath her and the energy surrounding the area. Really allow that in with each breath she needs to know.
Beautiful. Thank you. She likes it there. She's going back for a second time.
Yes, it calls to her.
Yeah.
It's not just the space though, and this is where I want her to learn, and I will, work with this with her, is that she can access that anywhere.
Oh, okay. So she doesn't need to be flying over the ocean all the time.
No, she can access this anywhere.
Okay. Wonderful. I know she'll appreciate this, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. We can go to your questions now.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we wanted to do. Were you trained in the tantric arts?
Not in the way that you're thinking.
Okay.
I was very much aware and connected to the physical connection and the experience, but it was, again, mind, body, soul.
Okay. Yeah, Tantra's not just about sex.
No, it again, it's that energy exchange, it's the sensations, it's the emotions. Again, I was very drawn to the emotions. It was that feeling of oneness, of our souls joining together. That's what I knew of and experienced.
Okay.
It was sacred.
Yeah.
But not in the way that you're not in like techniques.
Yeah, like what I'm doing.
Not on a technical level.
You're not sitting there doing practices.
No, it was more of like we would connect energetically. First sometimes. We would go through more of a meditative connection at times. But yeah, not like there was maybe some, like when we were trying to conceive again, there was more of a ceremonial practice that the two of us would put in before. Similar to prayer. But not techniques like that you're thinking of.
Right. Okay.
I guess you could say it's like the beginning of that.
Yeah. That's nice.
Like planting the seeds.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. What is Easter to you? You're always depicted with that egg.
Well, the egg symbolizes like birth.
Yes.
Creation, which is something I've always dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was helping deliver babies. It's the beginning of life. Easter just being around that time that is developed into knowing about the crucifixion. So there's an energetic stamp, you can say. But the egg more, I connect with the egg more.
Oh, okay, so it's not an Easter thing.
No, it's more of a creation of life.
Mm-hmm.
And the symbolism of it.
Do we have the date right with Easter, with the crucifixion?
Not exactly, but it's within the spring time frame.
Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. When you're manifesting, does a certain state of being help?
Pay attention to your frequencies. Higher vibrational frequency helps. The other thing that helps is bringing yourself into alignment where you're in a position to be able to accept what you're manifesting.
So you don't want to manifest an elephant when you live in an apartment.
Exactly.
Okay. Or you mean energetically?
Both.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some deep healing that needs to occur first.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's also based on individual contracts as well. But you can work within that framework.
Okay. Why do people choose power that is temporary over power that is infinite? And why do they trust in it?
Because they're blind. No, they're truly blind. They have not seen the infinite power that comes. And we say power, but it's not. The power that I'm speaking of is not controlling. It's not egotistic. It's loving. It's pure. It's kind. When people think in unlimited power, they think, oh, they have unlimited control and they can do what they want. It's not. No, this is about unlimited power is about connections and relying on others for the greater good. But people, some of them feel a rush to being able to be the one in charge. Some of them, it's fulfilling to them. They feel important.
Right, conquering the lands and such.
Some of it is greed, some of it's selfish, but it doesn't always have to be either. It could be more of fulfilling a hole that's there. Again, relating back to our emotional beings and how much our emotions impact us. And if we're lacking getting a certain emotion from somewhere else, we seek it in other ways. Or a lack of unbalancing.
Yeah. So by forms of power, you mean like control?
Yes.
Money?
If someone wasn't, say for instance, if someone was never heard, never, valued, they can seek to fill that void and trying to find a position where they have power so people have to listen to them.
Oh, I see.
Where what they have to say matters. So there's other ways where it's not always vicious. And then there are ways that are more narcissistically driven. So again, it goes back to being individually based, but on a whole, people like to have control of the unknown.
They do.
Instead of just surrendering to it.
You think they manifest easier when they just surrender?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
And part of that is accepting what you're trying to manifest might not be for your highest good.
Okay. Right.
It doesn't mean how can I make it so I get everything I want. There's reasons to why things may not be good for you.
Right.
And focus on manifesting the things that are good for you, and you can keep that generalized
Yeah, so we don't
so that you
need to
allow
know.
your higher self to work within that energy that you're placing into yourself and into the universe. So for what's aligned for you and what's meant for you to make its way to you, what's for your highest good to make its way to you, to help you with goals that you are trying to set for yourself, healthy goals,
Mm-hmm.
that thing, that type of thing is also good. But yes, there are times where you can be specific and manifest more detailed opportunities or objects as long as it's within your highest good and intentions.
All right. That's excellent.
It's complex, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not simple, it's complex, but we have that ability in having it's educating yourself on manifestation and not so much the do's and don'ts, but understanding what it is, what it truly is, and having that respect and responsibility with it as well.
So we're calling in everything that is fabulously aligned for us from the highest state of light.
And if you're not in alignment, to help you become aligned.
And if we're not in alignment, yes, we will.
On a time frame that's appropriate.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Can you tell us about the Trinity?
It's a balance between, it's always going back to that mind, body, soul, the connection between that and creativity. And not just creativity, just our ability to create anything, small to large. It's everything that is needed in order to have creation within ourselves and as a collective.
So body, mind, and soul is the Trinity.
It is.
Okay.
You need every piece of that puzzle.
Yeah. Nikki asks, am I going to own the restaurant and be successful financially? Well, we're talking about manifesting.
Eventually, for the success, financial success, that will come. But more importantly, this is a passion of yours, and you should continue to follow that passion.
Beautiful. I know she had a little bit of a hard time there getting going, but she should keep going.
She should keep going, but again, go from that passion, from that state of passion, those intentions.
Beautiful. Kate, our friend Kate, would like to know about her future partner and advice in love.
The one she hasn't met yet.
Yeah.
Right now, you're being advised from your higher self to continue working on yourself. There's some deep healing that needs to be done, some self-love that needs to be done. And I know that is something that you're already aware of. There's just a deeper need for it while you build connections with other people. But that person is out there.
Oh, that's nice. She will meet somebody. Don't you
Yes.
worry, my friend.
Yes, I don't want you to worry. I want you to put that aside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to fixate on it. I want you to allow it to happen gradually. And in the meantime, work on yourself and healthy boundaries, clear communication skills, be more in touch with your emotions and your ability to regulate and process them. And this is for your benefit, your highest good.
Beautiful. Thank you. Jonathan would like advice on manifesting his desires. I know we touched on that, but is there anything else specifically for him?
No, not. It's pretty much what we talked about.
Okay.
All of those points will benefit him. Sometimes we can say be more specific, where in his case, I feel like he needs to be more broad.
Oh.
And not close his mind off to other opportunities.
Okay. Open that mind. Rochelle asks, are we able to access a technique or inner technology / portal? I guess that's it.
Are we
able to access the technique or the inner technology portal?
You are the portal. This is all example of it.
Yeah, she's a shining light, this one. I know we already talked about this too, but maybe there's something else. Where can we find the truest teachings that was taught by you, Jesus, and the rest of the original tribe?
Connecting to us directly.
Beautiful. During the trifurcation, will you be able to help more of us attain our Christ consciousness or...
Christ consciousness is already here.
Okay.
You don't have to go through that process in order to achieve it.
Okay.
That is how Jesus comes back. It's through consciousness.
All right. So do you have any tips for her to access this?
To be open to it now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful. Did you have a community where you taught young kids how to master their mind, their true powers?
Absolutely. It was one of my favorites, actually.
Wonderful.
Like, their minds are so, let's say, untainted.
Yeah.
So getting through any blocks and barriers for them, they didn't have as many to go over. So it was almost more pure, more easier, more natural.
Did you
And let's face it, kids can be funny.
Yeah,
they don't hold back.
Yeah, very honest, those ones.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Did your son have gifts?
Yes, we taught him everything that we knew.
Oh, okay. Was he as powerful as Jesus?
Not as powerful, but powerful, yes.
Wonderful. And your grandkids?
Yes, they all had abilities.
Wonderful.
As do all of us do.
Yes. Just a little more advanced coming right out of the environment there. Did you live in harmony with beings like fairies, elves, etc.? did you acknowledge them or see them? Or
When I was living, no, not directly, no.
mm-hmm.
Now their energies exist, but no, I was more connected to nature, to animals, to plants,
Do you have a
to the
favorite?
stars, to the sun.
Did you have an animal you connected with more than others?
Rabbits.
Oh, I love them. Beautiful. There's your rebirth again.
Mm-hmm.
Your creation. Ba-do-ba-do. Melanie, our friend Melanie, would like to know when her house will sell.
Not for a while, unfortunately. She might want to reassess what she's got it on market for.
Okay. Is there a time when the market's going to be right? Approximate time.
It's up in the air, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really depends on other people's free will decisions in the moment right now.
Okay.
Change is coming, but how fast it comes will depend on individual decisions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Allison would like to know, what was your mission on earth when you came as Mary Magdalene in the time of Jesus' life?
Everything I basically just explained.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it was a very meaningful life for me.
Mm-hmm.
It really is hard to sum it up, but in all of the experiences and knowledge that I just shared, it was an incredible life.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed. Very, very blessed.
Michael would like to know, what are the biggest challenges that women face in regards to truly embodying the divine feminine archetype?
Roadblocks from other people. Being downgraded from people's opinions. Overcoming that also gives us tremendous strength. Not being seen as equals. Those are all challenges. Balancing that energy within ourselves can be challenging. Finding an outlet for it as well can be challenging. Those are kind of the roadblocks that society is facing today. Control, power, desensitizing. And other people's opinions.
That one, yeah. Do you see that diminishing?
With time, yes, I do. It's a slow process, but I do. And there's a lot out there that is being more shown, but there's a lot that people are thinking they're just not expressing that needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
Even the person that you wouldn't think would have those thoughts, some of them do. Not all, but they're deep-rooted.
Yeah.
So it's going to take time to replant new ones.
Okay.
On a massive scale. But that's already been in the works for a long time.
Yeah. I wish it would spread over to the east more.
Mm-hmm.
Those women over there. Um, what are the new qualities that people in male bodies are growing within them as the divine feminine rises within all?
They're connecting more to their emotions.
Excellent. Our friend Cora would like to know if Connor will remain with her.
It's a good possibility, but you really have to advocate for that and advocate the complex life that he's had, the trauma that he's had, the need for stability and familiarity and comfort, and to have that consistent care. I would even reach out to professionals and get them to help you with advocating those needs as well, and providing that documentations and statements.
Yeah.
Um, that's the best way to approach a situation.
Yeah.
And ask for spiritual help and guidance with that and protection at the same time.
Okay. And she also just wanted general life advice and health advice. Anything that stands out for you.
To relieve energy that's built up, to cleanse your energy. A lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of heaviness. It's overwhelming. Finding a way to release those emotions and let them filter through, not hold on to them. Have more of an understanding of why you're feeling the way that you are in all aspects of your life. Reflection would be good, and learning the lessons that come with that.
Okay.
Cutting cords, I see that as a big thing for you that would be beneficial. Finding, balancing out your life with some more joy. I can tell you this personally that everything does need to have a balance, and you are unbalanced. So finding ways to balance out your life, but more so your energy, your mood in particularly, your thoughts even.
You, okay. So find something to be happy for.
Find something to get excited about.
Yeah. Okay. And what about her health?
This will help her health. So right now everything is just piling on, that it's becoming overwhelming for her. There's a lot of grief.
Oh yeah.
To process through. So even some therapy, different techniques, animal therapy even, something to help you process.
Okay. So it's affecting her health, all of the...
Yeah, all of it.
Okay.
It's not just one thing, it's all of it. It's affecting her energy too, like as an energy meaning drained, fatigue, even some pain, connecting to some chronic pain, like body aches and whatnot. My friend Anne was just asking for some healing for her daughter.
sent her way. Maybe we could do a healing for everybody.
Yes, if you want to intuitively beat that, I will enforce it with energy.
Beautiful, thanks. Alright, so I'm just going to get everyone to close their eyes. Take in that beautiful air surrounding you. A few deep breaths. And I'm seeing us all at the base of a waterfall. Feeling the mist on our face. The roaring sound of the water. You can feel it in your chest. Letting it wash away all that is no longer serving you. Roaring through each chakra, giving them brand new life. Igniting all of the mitochondria in your body. All of the cells in your body are being rejuvenated in the midst of this beautiful waterfall. And as you take a look around, you can see that you're standing in the center of a circle of rose bushes. And you can watch them in real time growing up from the soil, sprouting their leaves, creating the beautiful rosebuds, watching the mist of the waterfall land on these beautiful plants. And as you watch the roses bloom, a fire ignites all around you. Creating a wonderful steam. The steam spiraling around the body, taking your energy up, 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 raising your vibrations while still being rooted in the soil. I want you to go around and smell all of the flowers blooming. As your DNA activates parts of your bodies that have been dormant, balancing out all of the chemicals in the body, balancing your water table. The wind comes in, rattling these rose bushes, shaking drops off of the leaves down into the soil, releasing any stagnant energies, negativity, grief, guilt, shame, releasing that all down to the earth to become beautiful new creations of the light. And you can can feel a flame roaring within your abdomen, ignited, steaming away all that does not serve. And you can even see the smoke releasing out of your crown into the atmosphere, connecting the gut with the heart, to the brain, with spirit. And you can take a seat in this beautiful rose garden as we continue on this journey and let that healing settle in. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Beautiful. How did that feel?
Good.
Okay.
Well done.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, and thank you.
I was curious if I could get a quick body scan. Perfect, thank you. I'm curious how the cells of the thyroid gland, the cells of the thyroid gland are regenerating.
Sluggish.
What would assist with that?
You can energetically heal.
Yeah, I should do more of that. All right. Anything else in the body I should be aware of happening?
As you're opening yourself up more on a feminine level, exposure level, to balance out hormones in your reproductive organs, just send healings there.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any career advice for me?
To continue in this work, but also to find other pathways as well.
Okay.
Apply for other jobs.
Okay. Is there something I'm suited for?
There may be many different opportunities.
Okay. I'll see what ones stick out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alex wants to ask about lower pelvic popping tightness in the back at the base of the spine and pelvis.
That's sacral energy. It's unbalanced.
How can she balance it?
There's Reiki.
Mm-hmm.
There's massage. There's stretches. There's exercises like Pilates. There's yoga. There's breathing energy into that area. of these could be beneficial.
Yeah.
Heat, ice therapies.
Okay.
Posture.
Posture's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like tilting.
Yeah, tilting, like rolling your hips. Different stretches on your back, rotating, but also posture. Opening up that area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
It's also digestive.
oh,
Yeah, watch for GI symptoms.
okay. She says, what is the origin of the imbalance?
Whenever something needs to be balanced, there's always the option to become unbalanced. And there's lessons and growth that comes from this process.
Okay. So it's not something we need to find and decipher.
No, it's recognizing when it is unbalanced and correcting.
Okay. Do I have any imbalances in my energy system?
Not at the moment, since we just did the healing.
Oh, excellent. Do I get imbalanced?
Easily.
Yeah, okay. In what areas?
The crown
Okay.
and the heart
Mm,
and the throat.
okay.
A lot of your upper chakras.
Okay. And do you have advice that you haven't already mentioned to deal with that?
No, we talked earlier too. Maybe not focus on one area. Kind of look at it as the bigger picture.
Right.
Because when you focus on one area, sometimes you're ignoring the others.
Okay. So a full body.
Balancing.
All right. Okay.
Okay?
Do you have anything you wanted to talk about?
No, not at this moment. I think we're good.
Okay, let me scan through these and make sure I didn't miss any questions. Oh, did you have any miraculous conceptions?
No.
No, okay.
We did things to help prepare my body, but no.
Okay. Are there any specific locations in France that people are not aware about that you frequented?
No, that the ones that are more familiar with the tour. Plus, there's a lot of energy that's been put into that association now too, with those areas. I do have private ones, but not like the ones that are already known. Not that would be overly beneficial and more private.
Okay.
Places that I like to go, but I like to remain those private.
I'm curious if we were talking about Dolores Cannon, if she's become Ascended Master.
She's very close to it. She will do another lifetime to advance her learning, but she is close.
Okay. I don't know. Do you have any advice for me? Just any unsolicited?
You already pretty much know.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Either get out there and meet new people.
Oh, getting out there, jeepers.
Go try different employment, different environments.
Okay. My kids are homeschooled, so I guess this is a weekend career.
Mm-hmm.
Joyful.
Look into resources for homeschooling as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one for me. They don't really want to, they're not, I haven't found the thing to brighten them into it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any advice about that? What I could incorporate to make them excited about it?
To feed off what their interests are, to find a way to learn from that approach. But there is going to be some things they're just not going to get excited about when it comes to learning.
Yeah, we just got to do it anyway.
We just got to do it anyway.
Okay.
So you could reach out to resources, like not just to help them, but to help you with teaching.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have psychic gifts when you, like, did you have, like, telepathy or anything like that?
I could sense and read energy.
Okay.
And then connect it to people's emotions.
Wonderful. So what do you do now? That's what I wanted to know. What do you do now? Like, and what's it like there? Like, is there a room you hang out in, or is there?
No, there's no real. Well, there can be rooms. It's not that there's not rooms. I like to be out in nature.
Oh, okay. So where are you hanging out?
I hang out all over. I even hang out in different realms.
Mm-hmm.
I connect to that energy that I need to be connected to help the collective.
Okay. Cool. So is it like timeless where you are now?
That's the best way to put it into words, yeah.
Very interesting. Do you work with any other beings, like extraterrestrials or others?
I work with all sorts of beings within the collective.
The collective of the universe?
Mm-hmm.
Holy. Very interesting. Have you learned anything neat?
Not that my soul didn't already know, but I'm still amazed on a daily basis.
Yeah. That's cool. Do you have any advice for us living in this time? Like the economy and like our consciousness levels and
to rise above and to go with the flow, but rise above with vibrations.
Okay.
We can collectively do so. Each individual plays a significant part.
Okay. Are we having an issue with the comments coming in? On the
The
computer?
ones that are meant to come in are kind of coming in.
Okay.
Eric is working with it.
Okay. Thanks, Eric. Eric is our spirit friend on the other side. He is excellent mediator between us and the spirit world, so we appreciate him, and we appreciate you, Eric, for dealing with any technical issues. Is there any message for anyone watching now that needs to hear something?
To follow your intuition and your natural born soul abilities.
Okay.
But that's about it right now because Jen's getting tapped out.
All right. Any closing message for us?
To love one another. Why hate? There's purpose to it, but try to change your perspectives to a positive approach.
Okay.
Work with your mind. It's capable of amazing things.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for coming today. I really appreciate this, and the healing was really nice. I felt that. It took me a minute to gain my speech again.
You're welcome.
And thank you everyone here for coming. If you want to check out Jen, she's at Spiritual Connections with Jen Jeffries on Facebook. And you can reach me however you like here. Website, bitsoftheuniverse.com. We're always here for whatever you need. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's good. Thank you to everyone.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming. If your messages didn't get through, sorry about that. That's why we should send them in ahead of time just to make sure that they get asked. But we appreciate you and we love you. And we hope you have the best day. Ciao.